Chainsaw Man. Hi.
Yeah.
So
this
David,
fucking
how'd you like your first 18 plus chapter of Chainsaw Man?
yeah.
Yo,
Not
I
gonna
have
lie.
to rant about this. If you read this shit on the official, which is basically the only place to read it now, I'm sure there's weird back alley shit you could do, but you know, they're like, hey, you can only read this if you're logged in on the website. You can't even read this on the app. We don't want you on like a train reading this shit and like an old lady in the background like dying of a fucking heart palpitation from seeing the.
Oh no, lesbian sex, my lord,
bro. My favorite thing about all this is people on Twitter going through like, oh, this is 18 plus. Okay, so that means all the other ones aren't. Let's just. So they're like, oh, so you're okay with this and this, and they're like, there's literally
you're okay with
where a dude's body got split in half.
Wait. Red. Let me just say, you were okay with implied pedophile Santa.
Oh yeah.
But not some scissoring chicks.
I can't. The standards, bro. It's so dumb. Like it actually just annoys me how prudish everyone is. Like, wow. And you know it's just because people got all angry about it. It's the only reason.
Yeah, and they're like, oh no, not in my good Christian manga app.
And it's funny too, because like the way that they labeled it, 18 plus. I'm sitting here thinking like, is this gonna be like a full sex chapter? I was waiting for it to be a genuine hentai. I was like, wow, okay, like half the chapter is them fucking. I'm into it. No, it's not it at all. That's not what it was.
No,
it was like one color page where like literally you have to kind of like squint and turn your head. Like, are they fucking or are they just like cuddling in a really weird way?
Oh yeah.
It's like it literally. It was like, oh my god, nothing was showing. All titties were. I've literally seen worse in Made in Abyss, a book that is not wrapped in plastic, just on the shelf in the mall.
Yeah,
I literally went up to Made in Abyss volume. I don't know what volume, it was like 4 or 5, at the store. Opened it up, front page, anime titties, just there. Literally, that's worse than this. And this is Chainsaw Man, a manga that's like for adults, and like, yeah, you know, Made in Abyss is also, but like it's got a deceptively cute art style. So like people, but it wasn't wrapped in plastic or anything.
Style.
That's just so funny to me.
It's not like sealed like Monster Musume or fucking High School DxE or Berserk. I wasn't going to say Berserk because that's sealed for the gore, not the tits.
What's funny is like this is how I look at this, right? If there was even like a page of actual fucking, right? Like if it was like showing the motion, like you know,
some
like
motion
showing
lines.
some thrusts, showing some like, you know, nipple rubbing, like for even a page, then I would totally get it. 18 plus justified, fine. But it's like literally just a color page. I'm like,
It's a beautiful color page, by the way.
Yeah. And bro, this fucking, I need to remember her name because I feel bad. I'm so bad with names in every regard of life. But like I'm gonna keep calling her the lesbian harem chick, who is my favorite of all this whole fucking group so far. As I've said, she's got some libido. She's like,
yeah.
You know, Santa Claus has got it. Like, whatever. We'll just fuck for another day. And then they wake up, and then the fiends are like, "Oh God, we're so tired from all the fucking." And she's like, "Oh, I'll fuck you up more, baby." The end of the chapter was literally her being like, "I'll fuck you more. You want to go another day, bitch? You challenging me?"
Yeah.
God.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Probably just like you respond to everything Makima related, wishing for her to step on you.
Yeah, but I don't think she's into men.
Oh, damn, you're right. And we can't, if there's one, you know, we wouldn't want to disrespect that, you know.
Yeah.
I'm okay with you being a mercenary assassin, but I would, this actually reminds me of like, there's this video, again, JREG, J-R-E-G, it's a YouTuber I love, I highly recommend it. He was doing like a video of like, what if Antifa took over the world, and and it was like, and they were like, finally our revolution is here, everyone's referring to everyone as their pronouns, and then like the leader of Antifa accidentally says he, and then he's like, actually it's they, and then all the Antifa people go and brutally murder the leader, like
oh, Jesus Christ.
So it's like, so I could just see like in a world like that, you know, we're about to arrest this woman for being like a brutal murderer, and she's like, but I'm gay, and it's like, damn it. All right, we'll let you off the hook as long as you're gay. But if you're ever straight, you watch out.
Oh my god. Oh man. So the Doll Devil? What the fuck?
Well, to be fair, Chucky is a movie that exists.
Yeah, but
now honestly, that makes more sense than the Stone Devil. Because again, every time a devil is introduced, I think about it through the context of people fearing it. Because I keep referencing the fact that like their power is directly correlated to how much people fear the object that they are the devil of. I don't remember what chapter that's said, so I could totally be making that up. But no one has corrected me, so I assume that's still accurate. So like yeah, Doll Devil makes total sense to me. Like they're freaky.
I've got friends that are petrified of dolls in every like regard. So
you know what? I just figured out Stone Devil. It's it would be see, but like modern day, I don't know who would be afraid of that, but I'm thinking like people who would get stoned to death. I suppose there's countries where that still happens.
Yeah,
yeah,
most of them in the Middle East.
Forgot about Saudi Arabia.
Yep,
they stone people to death for like witchcraft in the streets.
Oh yeah,
and homosexuality.
Yeah,
what's the difference, really? I'm kidding, by the way. I'm kidding. I'm making fun of how awful they are. Literally, the fact that it's like the same sentence.
Yeah.
Witchcraft and liking the same gender. Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh. Well, you know, witchcraft must have led them down that path, right?
Yeah, that's why. As we all know, every Harry Potter character was gay as fuck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Somewhere
Gandalf,
on the internet.
Super gay.
Somewhere on the internet, that doujin exists.
Mm-hmm. Gandalf and Dumbledore. Hot, gay, old man sex.
Fuck it. It exists on the internet.
Someone find me that. Because just so I know it exists. I'm not going to be reading it, but I want to know it exists.
I'm sure we know somebody that can find that.
Are resistant to it. We don't know if Denji is, because Denji like kicks it, but doesn't like. I don't know if it's like a direct skin contact thing. Or no, they said close. They did say close. So
yep.
I guess Denji is confirmed immune against it then, because Denji still kind of was like, me too, you know. So like I guess that's confirmed.
Oh,
makes sense. I mean, how otherwise you gotta have someone that can touch them.
But see, the doll thing just creeps me out. Like the fucking. In the anime, I picture them being like fucking Kankuro's puppets.
Oh, yeah. Like, I was imagining like a creaking noise, too. Yeah, exactly like Kankuro's puppets, yeah.
Very few things in this manga have ever actually, like, creeped me out, but just the way they move and that it looks like some sort of mall area. Like, that there is just like, that's going to be fucking brutally just disturbing in the fucking anime.
I was literally gonna get it up on my phone to like look through the chapter as we were reviewing this, and I forgot I can't.
Yeah. No,
God damn it, you prude fucks.
You straight up can't. That's why I don't have it up right now.
Okay. Just remembering all the things. So you have the dude and the woman. You know that like have like the needle. She's kind of just sitting in like an amusement park. Like their relationship still fascinates me. Like theirs seems really tender and like they care about each other a lot, and like he has a lot on the line for getting Denji's heart, right? And I'm trying to remember, like wasn't it like this one last job and then you get to go like live the rest of your life out or something?
Yeah, it's like the rest of your very short life out.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember which one was it? Was it the guy or the woman that had like 6 months to live?
The dude.
Okay, yeah. So thank you for remembering that. So he's basically like, I do this job, and then I can just relax for the rest of my life, finally.
Yeah.
And I assume she just wants the best for him.
Yeah. It seems like they're, like, actually in love, and it's weird in this series of, like, metal action.
Is this
and
actual wholesomeness in my Chainsaw Man?
Alright, it's weird. Like...
And then they kiss, and she bites his tongue off, all Rize style.
Let something in this manga be wholesome, goddammit.
I'm going to my laptop now to bring up this fucking chapter because I almost always like to like read through it as we're reviewing, so I don't forget some shit.
Yeah, well, good thing I got the archive up, just in case you decide to fucking kill itself.
It tends to crash, yes, but it has to happen. Oop, that's One Piece. Yeah, go ahead, talk. What else you want to talk about?
Out of this entire manga, I want at least one little wholesome thing.
Oh yeah, we've had some wholesome thing. I mean, like,
And to stay wholesome, we know
right,
Makima's
that's true.
a
Denji
fucking
Rize
bitch.
was wholesome, and then it just kind of stopped being wholesome.
And then Makima, the one thing that was like wholesome, like her deceptively dark style of love for
Right.
Denji, just she just fucking kills Rize.
Yeah, I suppose that's kind of true too, because like some of the most wholesome. I remember when I was first reading this, like the most wholesome chapters for me were like the teaching him that love is more than just grabbing a boob. You got to know the person. The whole like, oh well, maybe your first indirect kiss will taste like cola. Even like she was always there to like make him feel better, but then we kind of slowly find out more and more that she's just manipulating him. So yeah, I feel what you're saying.
So hopefully that's not the case here for this couple.
Yeah. Well, so now I'm remembering this first scene here. I love this scene where Makima's just walking through this like abandoned fucking place with a bunch of dead fucks, and like I guess she's fucked up a bunch of his dolls. Essentially, is what's happening here, right?
Yeah.
So like Santa Claus is weird to say. It feels so weird to say Santa Claus. Santa Claus apparently is genuinely a threat here. Like, because even Makima's like, all right, go to Rize's side. The shark dude, the spider chick. Go to Rize's side, or Rize. What the fuck am I talking about?
Oh yeah, spider chick.
Denji's side. I'm sorry. I have not eaten breakfast. I'm fucking losing it. So yeah, go to Denji's side. They need help, and just like I can see this is another scene I see in the anime being very cool, where like it would stay a wide shot and she's just walking, and then like she says like bean, and then like he comes up from the ground, and then she says Prinz, and then she comes up from the ceiling. So like she just has people everywhere. She's just walking casually. It's just like people from the ceiling, people from the ground. I got people everywhere. I just thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like not even looking their direction. It's one of those just like you go do this. It just exudes badassery and confidence, and something I love about Makima.
You go to all my bitch work.
Now, apparently Germany keeps a lot of devils, all kinds of creepy devils. Nazi devil, anyone?
Oh, of course, it's Germany. There's gotta be a Sig Heil moment.
I'd be disappointed if there weren't. As long as it's done, like obviously we're not stereotyping, like, but like you gotta, I mean,
dude, we're
what?
one step away from having fucking Krampus here.
Listen,
okay.
Listen, if you want, just Nazi devil in Germany, fucking like vodka devil in Russian. The vodka devil. I don't know, like obesity devil from America.
Strength, my brothers.
Bro, obesity devil, let's go.
Yeah, it has to be something like a Big Mac, like fucking Michael Jones Monster Mac style.
It just looks like Fat Bastard from Austin Powers, but he's just going. It's the perfect love child of Fat Bastard from Austin Powers and that blowfish that's getting the carrot shoved down his mouth.
Holy shit. Oh man.
Yeah. Now, and also Makima saying there will be a large number of deaths this time. That's just such an obvious hype up. Like this is gonna be different. This is gonna be like a.
Well, Red, if you looked at the first official character poll.
Oh yes.
They even had the fucking rat.
Oh yeah, the urban rat. I did see this on Twitter. My favorite character, the urban rat.
The urban rat.
So
like yeah, there has to be deaths if we're even counting the rat in the character.
Maybe the rat will die.
R.I.P. Rat Boy.
Yeah, no. I feel like the crazy part is like they already like almost this series already kills people really quickly. So if they're hyping up that there's gonna be more, like I don't know how many characters you can kill and still have characters. Like because like you got to think what characters could die that would make us feel things. Obviously the main ones. Konembi, I think is I'm bad with names, but the wholesome one that's always getting fucked over. Like all the named fiends that we know of, like
she gets turned into a fucking doll and used.
Yeah. Keep in mind, Bean is the death flags are always rising with him. It's gonna happen eventually.
Well, think about it, Red.
Yeah.
Her whole fucking thing was to escape being a prostitute.
Oh God.
So she'd just be a fuck doll.
Oh man. So you're saying Santa Claus is going to get to her, use her to kill her friends, and then, like, probably, like, some sort of line to solidify how fucked up he is, like, saying he's going to, like, use her for pleasure or some shit.
Yeah.
And then, oh my god, depending on how, if this series wants to go that dark, then it would be, like, a thing where, like, her as a doll, like, in her last semblance of humanity is just begging to be, like, fucking murdered, but begging to be killed so she doesn't have to go through that.
Yeah. Like, oof. Think about how fucked up the series is. It would be...
It would be in line with what we've seen.
Yeah.
Well then, hold on to that one, David, and if you call it, you earn a called that shit dance. Let's see. Flexible coffee apparently is the Starbucks of this world.
You know, they had to have their basic white bitch moment.
Flexible coffee. I'm so flexible. Oh God, Santa Claus is looking at him like, yeah, flexible. That's how I like them. I like my coffees like I like my sex slaves. Flexible.
Jesus Christ.
/S means sarcasm, as David would say.
Oh, man.
What else we got here? And by the way, like, genuinely, I'm quoting a guy who, like, and we know he has those, so I don't want to hear no bullshit. Like, oh, how could you, Red? How could you say that? I'm quoting a fictional, horrible character. Get out of here. Thank you. Let's see here. They have, like...
It feels so weird to have to disclaim that every time we talk about this character.
Yeah, you know, it's just like... I've seen it happen to people, right? Like, there's this guy I follow on Twitter who's running for office, and he literally interviewed, you know, David Duke, like, one of, like, the, like, top white neo-Nazi guys?
Oh, God.
Like, yeah, so he interviewed David Duke, but, like, the whole interview, he was, like, shitting on him. He was saying, like, you know, talking about how horrible he is, and he was challenging his, like, racist positions. And there was literally a part of the interview where he's like, David Duke's like, hey, man, I'm not a racist. And then sarcastically, Zhank was like, oh, of course you're not a racist. But they literally took that and quoted that. Like, he said David Duke wasn't a racist. Like, it's crazy what the media will do.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. That shit terrifies me if I ever get, like, prominence in the future. I love the way that this Stone Devil thing works. I think it's really cool because my favorite kind of powers are ones that if they're OP, they have to have a good restriction, which is why Nen is, like, perfection, because Nen, like, builds that into its power system.
Oh, yeah.
And this reminds me of something that Nen would have, right? Like, he has the ability to essentially just blow through his fingers, like, whew, and turn anyone into stone, but he has to be in this circle, which I assume, I'm not sure if he had to, like, draw this whole thing Full Metal Alchemist style, or... oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to disappoint Lord Nuxon or Full Metal Alchemist do Brotherhoodo or Brotherhoodo.
Oh man,
cultural appropriation if we don't say it like that. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a cool power. I like it, and it makes sense to them the second he apparently. I don't know if he was just gonna plan on like, all right, I'll stand at the entrance, continuing to turn them into stone. You guys do your thing, but then there was too many. I thought that was interesting. I liked it.
Yeah, it seemed like he was just gonna hold, you know, he was gonna like stay, blow away kind of moment.
David ran out of things to say. He was gonna hold, he was gonna stay.
Dude, it is 11 o'clock in the morning. I've had 4.5 hours sleep. And
I told you to drink an energy drink.
I did.
Another.
I slammed it.
Another.
I gotta walk to the kitchen.
It's 11 o'clock in the morning. You expect me to walk to the kitchen?
I don't want to pause the video and cause you to have to edit.
Meanwhile, there's someone like bumming off of like fucking like Starbucks' Wi-Fi and like a dumpster watching this right now. Hi. First world problems on David.
Red, every time you have to edit one of these videos, it takes 4 times as long as the actual video to render.
Well, that's why if I need to edit anything, I'm just heading over to your house from now on. Like, this laptop is just debunked to the editing. All it can do is record and upload.
Are you even slapping the outro on anymore?
That's the thing, right? Like, I literally... what I've done recently is, like... Because no one cares about that. Like, I want to be able to put the end card up more. And, like, if I get a laptop that can, like, do shit quicker, I will. But, like, what I found is... If I need to edit something already in the video, like if we say something dumb or like it's like a shit, like there's like 5 minutes of silence and I need to edit something anyway, then while I'm there, I slap the end card on. But if it's perfect the way it is, literally it saves me like an hour. I'm not even kidding. Because like one, whatever the rendering process is, it makes it like upload 4 times as slower. Like literally like if I just upload this raw file to YouTube, right from OBS, it will upload in like 3 minutes. I'm not even kidding. But if I fucking render the same ass video, it's like 20 minutes. And that's not even including the time it takes to wait for Premiere to open, get the files, drag them over there, time the outro right, yada, yada, yada. And by the way, that's doing it all with no mouse because my mouse pad's broken, so I'm doing it on a touchscreen of a shitty laptop. So that's that. We struggling out here.
UBI, anyone?
Yeah, hey. No one's gonna know what that means.
No, nobody that's watching Chainsaw Man discussions.
Nobody explain the concept of a UBI on Chainsaw Man. Just Google Universal Basic Income if you're interested. If not, we'll move on.
Kobeni needs that shit.
Daddy needs a new pair of Universal Basic Income. But yeah, so basically, these are reviews. I consider them podcasts essentially. So like, there's really not a lot of editing involved. But I do want to do more edited shit in the future, and that's when I'll probably just start, until I have enough money to buy my own laptop, which I am saving up for, like a new one. I'll probably just start heading over to David's more often, because honestly, we live closer now anyway, so I should just start heading over to your place.
Yeah.
Cool. And also, when are you moving up? When are you moving to your own place?
As soon as I get my taxes.
Will it be closer or farther away from me?
It'd be down the road, so
Good.
Not that far.
Good. And then I can come and, it'll be great. You and your girlfriend can fuck in the other room while I'm editing. It'll be great.
Come, not get choked out.
I'm just imagining, like, that scene what Spider-Man movie? I think it's a Spider-Man movie. Before it was like the newer Spider-Man, like it was like the middle Spider-Man, not Peter or not Tobey Maguire, not
Andrew Garfield one.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure it was Stan Lee was like a librarian with like headphones on, and he's in the background like destroying the place, and then he's just not hearing it because he got the headphones on. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's me. I'm editing at your laptop, and you guys are just
so while the lizard is in the fucking destroying everything.
Yeah. So like picture this, okay? I got like your really good ass sound canceling headphones on. I'm editing something, and then you and your girlfriend, you're just like doing that like stand up fucking against a wall, like you're knocking shit off shelves, like walls are cracking, doors are cracking off the frame.
Goodbye, security deposit.
Beautiful. Final thoughts on this Chainsaw Man chapter.
Worth it.
Yeah, no, I think pretty good. I guess it's really just, it's. I think next chapter we're gonna be mostly dealing with.
How far are we going?
Right now we're dealing with Santa, and then because it literally seems confirmed that the lesbian harem is basically gonna just keep fucking for a while, and it made me. So I guess Santa is gonna take stage here. I don't know if they're going to defeat him immediately or if someone else is going to come in. Again, like, it's really all up to the author if he wants to make this be like a free-for-all where like a bunch of them come up to attack him at once. Or if he's going to do one at a time. It'll be interesting to see.
Well, we have so many players on the field right now. We have everything from Pedoclaws, we got fucking like Spider Chick, we got fucking Beam, we got Makima,
we got like the Marine Ford War for Chainsaw Man.
Let's just battle royale, like fucking. Let's just go on full, wide shot panels of just like a fucking war, because that's essentially what this is. This is the Protect Denji War.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's like Naruto when they were fucking like, oh, we gotta like put them in a cave somewhere. Except I like the different strategy of just like, nah, why waste time? They'll find us eventually. Just put Denji out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of fucking mall or something, and then we'll just start fighting.
Your bait.
Fuck collateral damage, am I right?
Well, I mean, this is a fucking shadow organization that so few people know about, but that everybody has no
Everyone's about
knowledge.
To get the fucking Men in Black memory erasers ready, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows about the Devils.
That's true, it's not a secret.
But this organization, the 2nd Division, seems to be like the fucking Ambu Black Ops of fucking Chainsaw Man's world. So, fucking, like, why not just go full on?
They did have people just like stationed around like their normal route. Like that was the guy that came in to like attack them with like the big like animal paw. Like that was just a guy just like because they were like, who's this guy? And I was like, that's how I feel every single time I read and some background character does some shit.
Yeah, like there's so many background characters we can just have them lop some heads off, kill some fuckers. We can have Spider Ramen just come down. rip some dolls apart because apparently they're fucking immune. We can have all this fucking like beam come down. Didn't she just lasso his goddamn ripcord onto it? Go Sharknado again.
I'm ready for
It'd
this
be
to turn
beautiful.
into the fucking like circular shot from the first Avengers where they're all like landing in New York and like dun, dun, and it's like circling around them and then they're all just like fighting off robots. Oh no, wait, no, I might be mixing up Ultron. I don't know. You know,
That was Age of Ultron.
One of those shots where they're
Boom,
fighting.
boom, boom.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. We can have so many beautiful fucking scenes here. I can just picture this in the anime. Like, we got the fucking ground camera panning. Boom. We got fucking, like, a full-on, like, goddamn Endgame style. Like, it's gonna be beautiful. I want my goddamn anime.
Yeah. Bro. This anime, like, I so rarely. I'm one of those people where it's like, I'm experiencing the story in one medium is enough. I'm not usually someone who will read the manga and also watch the anime side by side. But like with this one, 100%. I'm so excited to see an anime.
Do not give this shit to Perot.
Ugh, don't even joke. Also, last but not least, the most important plot twist hanger, yada yada yada. How is Konembi gonna fix the dent in her car?
Oh god.
Poor
Yes.
Gworl.
No,
I guess I have to sell another organ.
No, here's the last plot thread here. How many more 18 chapters are we going to get?
Well, again, I would not be opposed.
Because it was really awkward for me to read this at work.
Then don't read it at work.
I don't give a fuck. It's just like, oh, I gotta log in online. You gotta do
Hello,
this.
boss. No, I am not reading lesbian hentai. If it was actual lesbian hentai, the titties would not be censored.
The titties would have nipples.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. It is kind of wild though that like Shonen Jump really be wildin', as the kids say these days.
Like,
that is kind of like, imagine this, right? Like, I guess they're probably like plastic wrapped, but the fact that this is like sold just like in convenience stores and like gas stations in Japan.
yeah, like it's,
I respect it.
It's very strange. Like here we have a magazine that has Hunter x Hunter where like there's just fucking pools of blood.
Mm-hmm.
There's like fucking dismembered bodies.
Yeah.
You have fucking Promise Neverland where you had a kid in a fucking jar.
Oh, that first chapter, so good.
Like, but no, since there's a titty.
Since there's a titty, I can't breathe for the first time. Okay.
It's so fucking bizarre that we've gotten to this era where tits are more taboo than blood, guts, and gore.
It's so weird because I don't know, like people are just way too fucking antsy, like about their bodies. It's just like, who cares? Who cares? Like,
we're in a fucking era of OnlyFans being in Twitter bios. Come on.
Nope. There's my alarm. Hold up. But yeah. I don't know. I just at the end of the day, like, man, who cares? Like, even
right.
It's like people that fucking freak out, like, oh my god, there's a sex scene and my kid's in the room. It's like there's two possibilities. One is that they're not gonna know what the fuck's happening in that scene. Two is that they're gonna know.
Be a parent.
Yeah. Two is that they're gonna know, and who the fuck cares? That's
like
literally
your kid
options.
has a cell phone in this era. They're going to stumble upon some art and be like, "Mommy, Daddy, what's this?" Well, son,
just a human body. It's just a human body. So wild, man. It's crazy. Like I'll be honest with you. Someone being chainsawed in half would traumatize me way more than some naked whammon fucking scissoring.
Right. At the end of the day, it's fictional. Get over it. And with that,
this is funny. Yeah, no.
Jeez.
Again, but I do want to clarify too, though. I'm not someone who's like I want more fan service. Like I don't really ask for this stuff in my series. And what I appreciate about this one is it's actually like plot relevant. Like it's a part of her character. You know what I mean?
right.
Like it doesn't feel like they're trying to like push
It's
it
not
out
like
there
when you
like.
dropped Fairy Tail on the chapter threesome or some
Yeah,
shit.
because like there really is a difference between like fairy tale level fan service. They would they would do stuff where like they would literally just be in a fight and then somehow like, oh, my clothes ripped right at my boobs. You know what I mean? Like that's dumb and cringy, and I just cringe when I read it. This is just kind of like there, and it's just casual, and as long as it's all about how it's being used. If you're using fan service to make up for writing, like as a clickbaity thing, then I don't like it. But the fact that it's like part of her character and it's like part of the story, it doesn't bother me. If you're gonna have sex scenes, they should be integral and important to the story. They shouldn't just be there to like get people excited. You know what I mean? And I think it makes sense because it seems to be a big part of her character.
Not floppy wiener, floppy wiener, floppy wiener.
She clearly has like.
Titties.
What's the fucking like the 7 deadly sins, right? Like a lot of these people could represent them. Like she is lust incarnate.
Oh yeah,
it's all she's literally, it reminds me of there's a character in the recent Hunter x Hunter arc where like all he does all day is lay in bed surrounded by like a ridiculous amount of like naked women, and it's one of those things where when you get like overstimulated to it, oversaturated, right? So like for example, if you love Oreos and you spend a whole day eating like 12 packs of Oreos, eventually you're gonna get sick of them. They're not gonna taste as good as they once was, and you're gonna throw up, right? So like something like sex theoretically is the same thing, right? Like look at how she looks so dead to the world constantly. Like there's no excitement there, there's no passion there, and it's because she's just doing it too much. You know what I mean? Like it's someone who took the they say like there is such thing as a too much of a good thing. Some people don't have that kind of like idea in their brain, and they say, well, I like this thing, and if I have the ability, I should get as much of the thing as I can. And I think that's the vibe I get from her, that she doesn't understand restraint and delayed gratification. And I don't know, I think she just, it's just like, it's kind of that like chase for higher highs, like, well, I'm just gonna keep fucking. So I'm curious if that'll be delved into more in her character. So
yeah, definitely.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.